What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Red Robin from DC's New 52. And so here we have Red Robin posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. Red Robin does come with his staff, which looks really nice. It does fit in his hands nicely, and he does come with a McFarlane display stand. Other than that, Red Robin here doesn't come with any other accessories, so with that out of the way, let's actually take a closer look at Red Robin. And so here we have a closer look at Red Robin, and I have to say McFarlane has done a really great job with this figure. This actually does look like Red Robin from his New 52 run. Not my favorite Red Robin costume. It's a little bit on the nose on him looking like an actual Robin. I think I prefer his original design where he kind of was like an amalgamation of Batman and Robin. It's a really interesting design. It's not my favorite design, but it does look really nice, and McFarlane did a really good job with it. Starting with his head, my goodness, this is probably one of the best Robin heads I have ever had the pleasure to look at. It really is a good head sculpt. In fact, you can use this for a lot of different head sculpts. You can use this for Jason Todd, Nightwing, Robin, Red Robin. There's so many possibilities just with this head sculpt, and it looks very nice. I do like it. Might pick up another one and do a head swap with another figure, but we'll see. But yeah, it's a really good head sculpt, and I really do like the hair, how it is blowing off to one side. It looks really good, really clean. You can see they did add a little bit of blue in the hair, although I think they could have added a little bit more and made it a little more uniform, because it is in certain places, but then you get to other spots and it's just kind of like slopped on, like right here on the side. They should have used it to highlight his hair rather than just highlighting the top. One thing I didn't notice is that his hair kind of looks like feathers. That's a really nice little detail. I don't think that was intentional, but if it was, it looks really nice. I do like it. But yeah, really good head sculpt here on Red Robin. Moving on to the rest of his costume. Like I said, it's not my favorite Red Robin design, and it does carry over aspects from his original costume, such as the bandolier right here. When he did don the original Red Robin costume, he did have a bandolier right here with the Red Robin insignia right here, but I don't know why it's blacked out. I really would have liked to see it yellow with the black outline. That probably would have been better. I do like the bandolier. That was one of my favorite things I liked about his original costume. Really do like the Red Robin emblem here. This is what they should have done in the middle. As you can see, it's just blacked out, but you can see the sculpt work. There should have been some contrast to it, whether it was a yellow emblem or a black emblem. Just add some contrast to it, because that looks really nice. I do like the fact that he has like these pouches right here on his arms. They're not really pouches, they're like little canisters, so that does make sense that they would be using canisters like smoke bombs and things like that. His backpack is really interesting. You can see it is a jetpack where he can fly around. They didn't add any paint detail to his backpack, unfortunately. Now, I'm not a fan of how they designed this. Now, on the prototype figure, it is accurate to the comic, where he has the outer wing that we see right here, but then he also does have an inner wing that does come down. I don't know why it was omitted from the final figure. This is actually just his wings spread out. There should be a second set of wings that come out to the side a little bit besides the tail piece of the wings. It does look a little bit incomplete without it, so yeah, that's probably one of my biggest gripes about this figure, is that the prototype figure shows a much more accurate Red Robin than what we actually did get, so that is unfortunate. Moving down to the rest of his costume, you can see he does carry over aspects from Robin and Batman. We do have the gauntlets right here. Now, he doesn't have any of the spikes that we see with other characters like Red Hood, and I guess his Rebirth Red Robin has the spikes right here. Damian has the spikes. It's more like Nightwing's, where it's just the armor plating right there, and it does go on his hands too. Really do like the color scheme, although I do feel like the red could be a little bit brighter. I'm not a fan of the dark red on Red Robin here, unfortunately. I do like the utility pouches, although I think these could have been painted a little bit, maybe adds a little bit of color to the buckles just to give it a little more life. We have that same issue here with the Red Robin emblem right here, where it is sculpted. You can see the Red Robin insignia there, but it doesn't really stand out because it's one solid color. They should have left the outline in black and then had the Red Robin emblem in yellow. That would have looked much nicer. But overall, really do like his color scheme. I like the reds and the blacks, although, like I said, I prefer brighter reds, but this does work for the character. Then we go on to his boots, where you can see they did do a little bit of texturing on the undersides of his feet. So overall, a really good looking character and a welcome addition to the McFarlane shelf. I never had this version of Red Robin in my collection. Now I do. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Red Robin posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Red Robin posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Red Robin posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And for one final comparison, here we do have Red Robin posed next to the rest of the Bat family. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Red Robin's articulation. Now, Red Robin does have a double ball joint in the head, which does allow him to look up and down really nicely. I do like the range of movement in his head. We get some really nice head tilt, as well as left and right rotation. He does have a ball joint here in the shoulder, which does allow for forward and back movement, up and down pivot. His arms do go all the way around, no problem. They go out to the side. Now, his left arm is a little bit hindered because the emblem does butt up against this cap. Right arm, not at all hindered, so do keep that in mind. He does have a bicep swivel, which works pretty fine. Double bend in the elbow, going to about right there, better than 90 degrees. We have a ball joint here in the wrist, so that does move forward and back, and then up and down if you have it situated in that way. And then it does rotate on that pin. We have a ball joint here at the torso. Now, unfortunately, it gets more backwards movement than it does forward mobility, and very little side to side, but it does rotate right here. It's a little bit stiff. We do have a ball joint here at his waist, which does allow him to lean forward and back, side to side, as well as rotate. Legs do kick forward, they kick back, out to the side, no problem. We do have a little bit of a thigh swivel, double bend here in the knee, really nice. Then he does swivel here at the ankle. He has a hinge which goes back and not too far forward, unfortunately. We do have forward facing pin for rocker ankle, and then we can pivot to give him true rocker ankle. Then we do have a toe hinge here on Red Robin. His final piece of articulation is here on his wings. You can see they do swivel up and down. They do have a stopping point, so that you can't do a full rotation on them. That's about as far as they go, and going down, that's about as low as they go. So yeah, they do have some stopping points to them, which I'm perfectly fine with that. I would have preferred a more accurate cape, wing cape, I don't know what you really want to call it. But yeah, it's still a really nice looking figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Red Robin posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Red Robin pose for my final thoughts, and overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. Now, he does have some issues that we gotta talk about. For one, his staff is incredibly thick. I don't know why McFarlane keeps making staff weapons very thick. It's a little bit oversized, to be quite honest, but I do like the fact that they at least included it. I would have liked to see maybe some wingdings, some Robin shurikens, something that he can throw, but overall I do like the way he looks. Aesthetically, he's a very pleasing figure, despite the fact he is missing those two sets of wings that it is on the promotional images, so I have no idea why they got omitted. Cost-cutting measure probably at some point, but overall, I still think Red Robin here is a pretty impressive figure. I do like the wings, or the cape, however you want to see it. It's a really nice little detail that does make the figure stand out. And even though it's not my favorite version of Red Robin, I still can appreciate how nice this figure looks. It does a really good job encapsulating the new 52 Red Robin. Even though the New 52 is normally frowned upon at this time, looking back at it, I still think this was a really cool design. It's not the best design for Red Robin, but it's better than what they gave him in Rebirth, which was just basically a Robin costume with 2 R's on it. Overall, if you're a fan of Red Robin, Tim Drake, or just wanted a really nice looking figure to go with your Bat family, Red Robin here does the job. He looks really awesome, especially when you have all the Bat family posed together. If you're gonna have any Robin, Tim Drake is normally the one that people go to, so you do need Tim Drake in your collection. Now, I did pick up my Red Robin from Amazon, where I did pay $17.99 for him. They actually did reimburse me $2, which I do like that. I think $17 is a fair price for Red Robin here. If you can get hold of Red Robin and you're a fan of Tim Drake, definitely add this figure to your collection. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.